Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our Sunday service. Let's have a moment of silence for our meditation. In my lifetime, I inaugurated the era when everything can be liberated. That's all things are in a position to be liberated. The value of this is truly indescribable.
In my lifetime, I inaugurated the era when everything can be liberated. Thus, all things are in the position to be liberated. The value of this is truly indescribable. The realm of liberation was established based on the merit built up as a result of God's efforts to separate good from evil. repeated over and over again throughout history. In the course of those efforts, numerous ancestors accumulated merits. Since you blessed families represent the realm where all are liberated, you stand as a sacrificial offerings. You are in the position to represent all the things of creation that are glorious and have been separated from all those that are impure. That is why you stand in the position of sacrificial offerings. To form a Jew.
At this point of time, we'll have our Chunilgok anthem, and let us all sing this. Let us all sing our Chunilgok anthem. Let's have the family pledge number 2 and the meaning of family pledge number 2 to be given to us by the Vice President of Family Federation for World Peace, Asia Pacific Region 2, Dr. Julius B. Malikdem.
Today is the 10th day of the first month in the 9th year of Chandelguk. Brothers and sisters, let us first offer our kyongbe to our heavenly parents and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. 천진 참 부모님께 경배. 바로. Let us recite together family pledge number 2. Our family, the owner of Chandelguk, pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the heavenly parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect the dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. Meaning of Family Pledge number 2. If we inherit the original lineage centered on Heavenly Parent, the original culture of heart arises. Culture is linked through history. The culture of heart should be a network of the family, society, nation, and world. Be a person who live for the sake of others. The ones who live for the sake of others, centering on true love, are welcome day or night wherever they go in the cosmos. The coming future world is the world of the new culture of heart and the culture based on the true family, where Heavenly Parent, human beings, and all things live in harmony. It is a world of interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universally shared values in which people live for the sake of others in true love and live together in harmony and cooperation. Adieu.
For the opening prayer, may I call on our uh, Regional Director of Region 2, Mr. Don Dexter Truya.
Unmute na to? Okay. Let us bow down our heads, close our eyes, and feel the presence of our Almighty Heavenly Parents of heaven and earth and humankind. Our precious, beloved, loving Heavenly Parents, today, the first month, the 10th day of the 9th year of Chinilguk, we are indeed so blessed and grateful that we could come together as one before you on this occasion of our virtual Sunday service, not just as a small center or provincial church, but the international church community and beyond. As we bind our hearts together before you today, we would like to further express our deepest gratitude to our loving Heavenly Parents for the love, protection, sacrifices, and all the provisions they have given to us for these previous days, which sustains us and have allowed us to enjoy the freedom to live a life of being their children. As your children, whom you have fought, purchased from hell, and eventually blessed, and now you have installed us into the ranks and files among the historical heavenly warriors in the history of humankind, as blessed families, as heavenly tribal messiahs, and Chunbo families, and so on. Such an innermost, humongous golden inheritance from you, our true parents and heavenly parents. As your loving children, whom you have put your trust and hope so much, we should have had already established your ideals by our own hands, as an able in our family and tribe, as a central figures in our community, and be the hope of our nation and the world. However, still have harbored limitations upon ourselves, making us have the blessed family that we are, causing so much trouble to our true parents, and to our church, and towards our fellow brothers and sisters, and to the greater providence of heavenly parents in general. How pitiful we have been, loving heavenly parents, seeing our true parents suffered because of us, seeing our families has been in disgrace because of us or because of me. Seeing our blessed community and our second generation community especially has been in worst spells because of my limitation, selfishness, and unfaithfulness. Who can put to my seeming loving Heavenly Parents? You have worked your way against all odds in the entire course of painful history of restoration. And now we are down to the last ditch of the battle. Nonetheless, we, your children, as ignorant as we are, as foolish as we are, you always carry us through. And so now we are in the ultimate golden age of peace, the firm establishment of Chunilguk. It's a time of the heights of the historical restoration of the sixth day of creation stated in the book of Genesis, upon which the last item of creation is the woman, the masterpiece, the cream of the crops, and after which the entire environment for the creation of God's ideal Garden of Eden has been fully set up. Our precious, beloved, loving Heavenly Parents, it has been for a while that the passing of our true Father, and so many of us thought the providence would end there. And now we are at an immense joy that the dawning of True Mother in the reign of the providential leadership is not just a coincidence or happenstance. Instead, accordingly, it's the gigantic sign that we are on the right track, that we are heading towards the restoration of original Eden. We are at the highest peak of the 6,000 years of restoration, that we are precariously creating the firm establishment of heavenly unified world, centering upon the last item of the creation, the woman, who now happens to be our true mother. May we exercise our full potential, our sacred filial responsibility towards our true mother, centering upon true love, our yujong, which is simply by starting from the most basic level of unity with our conscience and our immediate central figure. For what is unity with true mother if we couldn't even unite my mind and my body? For what is unity with our true mother if our church or our house stands divided? Let us glorify our hearts and gratitude towards our true mother in every level. And lastly, we pray for our utmost love and unity towards our Sunday service speaker, Dr. Julius Malikdem, that heavenly parents could claim and protect and bless it to have 1,000,000 times bountiful returns on our days and weeks ahead as we fulfill heavenly parents' wishes and desires. All of this from the bottom of our hearts, with love and our sincerest gratitude, and in our names, Dandixer Bitroya, Cheryl Troya, would like to report all these things to our heavenly parents of heaven and earth and humankind. Adieu, adieu.
Thank you so much for that, Kuya Dexter. And at this juncture, let us have the scriptural reading to be read to us by Jennifer Purification.
Wala pa siya.
Ate Jennifer. At this juncture, let us listen to the scriptural reading to be read to us by Jennifer Purification.
Chon Gyong, Book 8, Life of Faith and Training, Chapter 2, Training the Mind and Body, Section 4, Training the Mind. The path of separation to become an offering. You have to be able to pledge that you will make of yourself a conditional offering before heaven. Jesus sacrificed himself as heaven and earth and humanity. For this, he went to the way of the cross. Through the cross, Jesus instantly surpassed the standard of sacrifice and devotion that the countless patriots and saints who came before him established. Therefore, in order to achieve the life of universal value, you need to be determined to pledge that you will make of yourself an offering to be presented at a certain time to heaven, to the world, and to the invisible God. We meet these conditions, the fulfillment of the will is absolutely impossible. Even if the time is ripe, the three generations, yours, your parents, and your grandparents, have to unite in the position of a single offering. When you look at everything in the universe, you see that there is no way other than these
Okay na to, te.
three to become one.
Okay na to, te.
The making of a conditional offering determines the ownership of that which is offered. Because I know all of this, I came up with this definition. How can we determine whether something or someone belongs to the side of good and side of evil? God and Satan negotiate over the heart of love. No one has known this. Heaven can take possession of the object that belongs to Satan's world only if we develop the way of love, set up the will to pioneer the way of love, stand in the position to fulfill the elevated standard of love. God and human beings can unite through that object only if heaven has taken possession of it. This is why God can claim ownership over human beings through our sacrificial offerings. God feels the pain of humanity as his own and rejoices in the happiness of each human being as his own. Therefore, one who takes the position of sacrificial offering in front of God should maintain a heart that brings joy to both God and humanity. Then so that God and humanity can stand in the plus position, that is the position to benefit. We who are attuned to that purpose need to stand willingly in the minus position, becoming the sacrifice. As the sacrifice, the conditional offering, we are the support group that can resurrect everything that was lost through the fall. Adieu.
And now, let us watch weekly news report of the Yojang Global News by the Peace TV.
Hello, dear members, and welcome to a new edition of HJ Global News. On February 17th, the pledge service to celebrate the holy birth of true parents of heaven and earth and humankind was a curtain raiser for several events centered on the theme, "The light of filial piety spreads hope throughout the world." These events will continue next week with the celebration of the 8th anniversary of Foundation Day. In this edition of HJ Global News, we will cover in detail the pledge service and banquet celebration of True Parents' birthday, followed by images of the grand opening of the HJ Chunwon's new mall. As usual, we will finish with some news from around the world. A special day when Heavenly Parents' dream came alive again, as her radiant light illuminated the darkness of this world. A bright morning announced the day of the 101st birthday of True Father and the 78th birthday of True Mother. Choniguk citizens of the Heavenly Parents Holy Community from 194 countries came together through the Peace Link platform. The pledge service ceremony was held in Korea and other countries in observance of COVID-19 protocol and kicked off a series of events to commemorate True Parents' birthday celebration and the 8th anniversary of Foundation Day.
참 어머님께 다시 한번 큰 감사의 박수를 올려주시면 좋겠습니다.
After representatives bow from True Family on earth and in the spirit world, with a yearning heart for the original homeland, representatives from each region and members offered their bows. On the foundation of the establishment of Chonaguk, we once again could reflect on the status, value and meaning of True Parents' Holy Birth.
인간 시조 타락 이후에 베일 속에 감춰있던 하늘 어머니의 모성애, 더 나아가 하늘 부모님의 위상과 그 사랑의 권위를 모두 복원하시고 이 땅에 영원한 새나라 천일국 안착을 선포해 주셨습니다. 성탄 101주년과 성탄 78주년을 맞는 참 부모님께 이 시간을 빌려 송구한 심정과 더불어 한없는 감사와 영광의 찬미를 올릴 수 있는 저희 자녀들 모두가 되기를 간절히 바라옵고 원하옵니다.
Amidst praises, God shared with us the joy of this day. And received the offerings of devotion given by blessed families and third generation of true family members from all over the world.
더 아름다우시네요. 그 미소가. 큰 박수를 올려주시면 좋겠습니다. 다시 한번 양해의 성탄을
True Mother shared with God and True Father the Holy Table and was with us for the inspiring Hundoke. She then received congratulations from her children from all over the world.
정말로 사랑합니다. 정말로 보고 싶습니다. 감사합니다. 사랑합니다. 드립니다. 사랑합니다. 세상에서 제일 사랑합니다. 경축을 올립니다. 축하드립니다. 수심으로 경축 올립니다. 장모님 사랑합니다.
Your birth boldly acknowledges the existence and benevolent intervention of God, the creator of this universe, in your life. I wish you many happy returns of long life, good health, and more grace as you continue to impact the world through continuous advocacy for a peaceful, harmonious world.
Leaders and members from 194 countries shared the joy of the first celebration of True Parents' Holy Birth since the establishment of Chonaguk and renewed their commitment to be treasures of heaven who will enlighten the world with their examples of filial piety to God. After the ceremony, True Mother went to the HJ Magnolia shopping mall and presided over the inauguration of the new stores, an art gallery, a cafe and a furniture store. True Mother, who is redesigning the HJ Chonwon complex to become the original homeland of the heart, presided over the inauguration ceremony of the HJ Magnolia, which is located at the entrance of the complex in response to innovative ideas and meticulous guidance made with devotion to convey the true love of God. With every step she took around the place, with her love she blessed the new Hyojong Cultural Complex. True Mother then went to the HJ Chonbo Training Center to preside over the dedication of the Puhung department store. True Mother is preparing the facilities of the capital of Cheongguk, combining the names of the new art gallery and cafe she called the garden surrounding it the Puhung Garden. This department store will have an education kids zone area, a food market with thousands of products, as well as an area for fashion. The Puhung Garden will be for members, of course, but also open to the public. We will establish ourselves as a local convenience facility where people can enjoy shopping, leisure, and relax. After concluding all the various dedication ceremonies, True Mother moved to the Hyojong-yeon for a celebratory banquet, which also featured the Cheongguk Song Contest. The participants enjoyed the company of God and true parents, sharing the joy of the celebration, worthy of the era of Cheongguk. They sang songs with True Mother, Pom Chonyo, which means Spring Girl, and Omaya Nunaya. They were motivated to become the owners and leading players in the realization of a heavenly unified Korea. Philippines, a country in Asia Pacific too, successfully held their online 1 million Rally of Hope. This event, which saw the participation of 3.1 million people from 63 nations around the world, was broadcasted through the radio, the national TV of Philippines, and simultaneously live-streamed on various social media platforms. At this 1 million people rally held to pray for the healing of the nation and the world, a message of support from His Excellency Rodrigo Duterte, President of Philippines, was read, and it was followed by keynote speeches by the ministers, senators, and speakers of the National Assembly. Along with character education, they directed the Hyojong sharing to support the typhoon-affected families. In addition to that, the online event also highlighted the campaign to support the billion tree planting and growing project, to be done in partnership with the national and local government. With the participation and support of 136 government agencies and private organizations, the door for public and private cooperation to expand peace was opened. The Hyojong Chonbo Training Center of Heavenly Africa held the Hyojong Chonbo Special Work in Côte d'Ivoire through online dual broadcasting system. During the Chanyang session for the fulfillment of the spiritual and physical world blessing and their Chonbo mission, the 330 people that came from all over Côte d'Ivoire gave thanks and praise. This event was covered by the national media, introducing the value of the Chonbo Great Works and True Family movements. Women's Federation for World Peace International held a 3-week fundraising project to support humanitarian projects. Dr. Sun Jing Moon explained that Giving for Good International aims to support Women's Federation International projects that are related to the UN Sustainable Development Goals 13. Climate action, an important initiative for the globe, and it has collectively raised over $120,000. In Heavenly Korea, a promotion examination for Tongilmudo was conducted in the dojang of Cheonwangbok Peak. Just like Heavenly Parent has been hoping for a real world of goodness when He made the creation, the students share the need to be trained as brave, substantial beings that have a filial heart for heaven. Peace TV and Peace Link will bring you live coverage of the 8th anniversary of Foundation Day, which will take place on February 24th, and the 5th Rally of Hope for the realization of a heavenly unified world, which will take place a few days later on February 28th. We hope many of you will follow these events, which will be full of joy and emotion. We have come to the end of this edition. Thank you for having joined us, and may God bless you.
And now for our offering song, let us witness the offering of the Floria family.
Hi, I'm MJ.
And I'm Mitcha.
And we are Floria Family. We will sing a song that talks about genuine happiness. And this song is called Top of the World. Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I world I want to be is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I've seen. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love puts me at the top of the world. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find it's the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love puts me at the top of the world. Your love puts me at the top of the world. In bed. Baron.
For our Sunday service message, let us listen to the message of our Vice President of the Family Federation for World Peace, Asia Pacific Region 2, no other than Dr. Julius B. Malekdem.
Thank you very much, Sister Amy. I would like to share screen. Okay, thank you very much once again. So good morning and happy Sunday to all our precious brothers and sisters. How are you today? So before I start, maybe I will first ask everyone, as our tradition, maybe we can reach out to our brothers and sisters, say hi to them, to your family members, and then hug them and say to them, I love you, I miss you. Can we do that? Please do. Thank you very much. 감사합니다. So this Sunday is so important and very special, especially when we listen to the report about the great happenings. Especially we celebrated together last week our True Parents' Holy Birthday. Especially we celebrated the 101st birthday of our True Father and the 78th birthday of our True Mother. So it was a great blessing that we can live in this time and age when true parents are with us. And also, it's already been 2 weeks since we had our Rally of Hope. So I'm sure still many of our brothers and sisters are still trying to figure out what took place because everything went very fast. So in this Sunday, brothers and sisters, I would like to share more about our offering to heaven, particularly offering to heaven the victory of the Rally of Hope in the Philippines. Aju, whenever we think of offering, during the time when True Mother have the gathering with Chonelgok leaders, the first sentence, the first words that came out from True Mother was, what kind of resolution you have made in this time or in this year of the white ox? So yun yung tanong ni True Mother sa lahat, no? What kind of resolution have you made? And everybody already probably have learned that, when we talk about the character of the ox, as Mother said, the character of the ox is total giving, total sacrifice, giving everything. And at the same time, also we learned that, the ox is personifies, like exemplifies the character of hard work, devotion, loyalty, and also self-denial. So this is what this year brings us. And it became very special because when we started preparing for the Rally of Hope in the Philippines, we have our original motivation. And what is that, brothers and sisters? How the Rally of Hope can become our offering to our Heavenly Parents and to our true parents for the True Parents' Holy Birthday and for the Foundation Day anniversary. You still remember that, right? Many of our leaders who are here and many of our committee members, that has been the driving force, that has been our motivation. We need to bring victory in the Rally of Hope Philippines. This will be our offering together for the True Parents' Holy Birthday and the anniversary of Foundation Day. I would like to share with you, sorry, can I remove this on this screen? It blocks the, sorry. I cannot read the whole screen, sorry. Okay, in the history of God's providence, no advancement comes without indemnity. Indemnity does not only mean something bad. The providence of restoration through indemnity is not achieved easily. Progress requires indemnity on a large scale at every stage of the providence. Since the onset of history, no one has been able to say, I have accomplished everything. I have liberated God and completed, perfected, and concluded everything. So the history of the providence can begin anew. Has there ever been a person who could say this? Who could claim this and who lived like this, fulfilling heaven's commands? You are now standing in a blessed position at the center of the providence. Brothers and sisters, these are mother's words given in 2012 at the Chongqing Peace World Center. And True Mother was talking about in the history of God's providence, there's no advancement without indemnity. Especially so, Mother is saying that the progress requires indemnity on a large scale. So if we are to achieve something big, something large, then we need to be ready to offer also indemnity on the large scale. Because we know without this indemnity, always Satan will accuse. And so what happened to us in the Philippines is actually very providential. In 2020, there was a lot of indemnity that took place in our nation. When we look back, it's really true that there's no advancement that comes without indemnity. January last year, we were devastated. Many of our communities and many of our brothers and sisters in the Philippines were devastated by the eruption of the Taal volcano. And then it didn't stop there. A few weeks later, the global pandemic started, lockdown everywhere. It was never experienced in the past. So it's something that we were not prepared. So hopelessness and despair caused by the COVID-19 global pandemic. And then we have not rebounded yet from this pandemic. And in the Philippines, although of course in the Philippines we are visited by an average of 20 typhoons every year, but this year is a little bit different. Just like during the time of Typhoon Yolanda, many of our Filipino communities and families were again devastated. One strong typhoon after the other. Kumbaga, hindi ka pa nga nakakatayo, hindi ka pa nakakabawi, already another devastation comes. And this is something, actually, when we follow our true parents' footsteps, we come to understand that these are not just ordinary happenings. There is something providential about all these things, all these suffering courses that our nation has gone through. Sabi nga nila, when there is crisis, there is opportunity. When there is crisis, blessing will come. And so because of this, our true mother immediately saw the affliction of many Filipino families, and we all know, because of this indemnity, it opened the way for God's grace to flow down to the Philippines. You know, there are ancient sayings, and at the same time, you know, there are belief, and actually, like in Japan, they would refer to typhoon as God's wind. It is the wind of God. So kumbaga ang nangyari, it's like typhoon came to Philippines, but at the back of this devastation, we can see also that something good is happening. It's like cleansing. It's like something that is preparing the environment, preparing the way for God's grace to flow in our country. So immediately, our true mother sent support and donation so that we can support many of our families. At least we can also conduct many relief operations. And through this, we can testify about our true mother, about our true parents. We can reach out to many communities. We can let them feel the love of our heavenly parents and true parents. So somehow the crisis became opportunity. Aju? So that difficulty became opportunity for us to magnify the love coming from our heavenly parents and true parents and let it go down to the communities. So we have gone to all the regions that suffered. So many of our brothers and sisters, many of our leaders participated in reaching out to these families. So we have reached out to our blessed families, to our HTM members. We have reached out to our ambassadors for peace. We have forged friendship all over. And this is amazing. And at the same time, we have proclaimed and testified about the amazing love of our beloved true mother. And so because of this, our motivation now is because Philippines receive so much love from True Mother, from True Parents. So our motivation now is we want to give something back to our True Parents. And this is actually the motivation behind the Rally of Hope in the Philippines. Many of our elders and leaders, President Hori also that time, he said, and it really encouraged us, isn't it, the Philippines is thinking of doing the Rally of Hope? This is the best time that we can offer the Rally of Hope in the Philippines. There is no better time to rally for hope. When the rest of the world, they are looking at the Philippines. Oh, what happened to Philippines? Oh, a lot of affected families, so many suffering families, and so many people have their lives have been devastated. So it became an opportunity. Yes, this is the best time that we can rally for hope. And so based on that motivation, brothers and sisters, everybody started to plan and to think and make suggestion. Wow, we really have to do this. So that is why even our theme, it talks about 1 million people praying for the healing of the nation and the world. Because this world is suffering not only from COVID-19, but also suffering from so many other calamities, natural calamities, also suffering from human division, social division. So that is why the best time to welcome the new year is to welcome the new year with united prayer. So that became our motivation, brothers and sisters. So the Rally of Hope Philippines is not just an event. It is an opportunity to expand Heavenly Parents' holy community in the Philippines. And so we did just that. So as reported in the Peace TV, we're so grateful that even though this is just a virtual event, but somehow the feeling was natural. I'm sure many of you could testify, baka pati kayo, while watching the Rally of Hope Philippines. Maybe you shed tears. Honestly, who among you, while watching our Rally of Hope, and the tears will just come out from your eyes? Many, many times, right? Many times. I was trying to control my emotion because I am in the technical room together with some of our technical staff and doing a lot of management for the event. But although I am controlling my emotion that time, but somehow throughout, from the start of the Rally of Hope Philippines until the last part, we can feel the love of our Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Aju, there was so much. We can feel the footprints of our True Mother all over. The love that we have received from our True Mother. So this is amazing. It's a virtual event, but somehow the effect, the emotion was real. So when we think of this, brothers and sisters, wow, we have done it. We have accomplished it. We have offered this to our True Parents. And actually, when True Mother heard about the report about the Rally of Hope in the Philippines, I heard from President Hori that Dr. Yoon told him, Mother was so pleased. Mother was so happy. So as filial daughter nation, Philippines, as a daughter nation, the joy of children, the joy of the sons and daughters is to see our parents are happy. And this is the result of the Rally of Hope in the Philippines. And look at this, brothers and sisters. This is the schedule to celebrate, of course, the start of the new year, the 9th year of Chonilguk, the celebration of True Parents' birthday, and the celebration of the 8th anniversary of Foundation Day. And what you can see there at the bottom, Philippines Rally of Hope, February 6, 2021, Philippines, Heavenly Asia Pacific. So brothers and sisters, the Rally of Hope in the Philippines is recognized and it became part of the global activities related to commemorate our True Parents' Holy Birthday and the 8th anniversary of Foundation Day. Palakpakan niyo naman yung mga sarili ninyo because this is our offering together, brothers and sisters. So I would like to share with you 16 miracles or 16 breakthroughs that we can offer together through this rally of hope. The first one is true mother's love and blessings to the Philippines was felt in the rally of hope and moved many people to tears. It is not because of the drama in our event. It's not because of probably the performances in the event, but it somehow carried some kind of a spiritual value that even though you don't know True Mother, even some people first time to see True Mother, immediately they can feel something. They can feel that closeness to our True Mother. And this is probably the greatest positive result that we can have through our rally of hope. It's the best way to testify. It's the best way to testify about the love of our true parents. So that is why when we think about this, brothers and sisters, when in Mother's speech, which was read by our 21 chairman, Dr. Kittle, Mother said, when I look at the Rally of Hope in the Philippines, I could see three important components. Immediately, Mother saw it. I commend the resolution of this rally that calls for the necessity of strengthening the foundation for character education for the youth and build stable, loving families. I thank President Duterte for his message supporting the Rally of Hope and emphasizing the vital role of leaders and citizens alike to work together in order to build a strong and empowered global community. So Mother is talking about these three important components. One is the resolution to educate people. And then secondly, helping each other, the culture of living for the sake of others. And last one is how we can become stewards and take care of our environment. Actually, Dr. Kittle was saying, this is the three great blessings. This is actually, these three components of our Rally of Hope is actually the three great blessings. Be fruitful, multiply, and have dominion. And then Mother testified about her relationship with God. This is actually amazing. No? That oneness and unity with our heavenly parents. And that she believed it with all her heart and every cell of her body that she is God's only begotten daughter. And then at the same time, encouraging everyone, all women should become daughters of God, and all men should become begotten sons of God. And then Mother testified about the blessing, the interfaith marriage blessing that my husband and I are conducting all over the world, all across continents and cultures. So Mother said, there's no better way. My husband and I were called by God to be the first couple and to guide other families, societies, and nations back to God. We have always advocated the importance of the family. A God-centered family was the original ideal in the Garden of Eden. From that heavenly seed grow societies, nations, and a heavenly world. So this is educating the whole nation. Sabi nga ni President Hori, through the Rally of Hope in the Philippines, we have moved the nation. We moved the nation because of these words from our beloved True Mother. Second, miracle. The breakthrough in reaching out to the millions of Filipino people, both inside the Philippines, in the Philippines, and abroad. So we have been monitoring the online registration every day, and not only every day, like 3 times in one day we are monitoring. And there was a time when we were having meeting around January, and that time we are less than 100,000. And I remember Dr. Kittle was saying like, oh, if we always have this result every day, and then we cannot reach our goal. So this is the result. 1.36 million total mobilization results. This includes name lists, actual name lists. Can you imagine? Organizations, both government and non-government, private organizations, they are giving us name lists of their members because they want to support Rally of Hope. Binigay sa atin. Ito yung mga listahan. And then at the same time, of course, many of these lists we could not encode everything and register everything. So our total online registration is 736,000 from 63 countries. So I was so surprised when I was checking the countries that were represented. Oh, not only Asia Pacific. We have nations in Europe. We have nations in Africa. We have nations in South America, Central America, Middle East. So practically, it's far-reaching. So this is the miracle of digital social platform. 736,000 online registration from 63 countries. This is the result, your result, brothers and sisters. You can see all the regions represented, all the regions in the Philippines, including international. We have a total of 731,325 registered participants from all over the regions in the Philippines. Wow, amazing. So let's give a big hand to all the regions. Makikita nyo dyan, lahat, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, A, 4B, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, NCR, CAR. Of course, we have PhilJap and international. Amazing mobilization. So you can see here, during the time of the event, on that day of event, our brothers and sisters are watching. These are mainly our staff in our training center, National Training Center, enjoying the event together, the fruits of the hard work. This is in La Union. There's LED screen outside. This is another group, even our sisters from Korea, our Hanfield sisters, thank you for their support. Everyone, many around the nation. Sorry, I could not put all your photos here, but you can look at yourself. Maybe you can see yourself in some of these slides. Outside, there is live streaming on LED screen in Bohol. Amazing. These are HTM areas, watching together as a group, watching together as a family. This is our IPLC, our students watching together, our families watching together. Amazing. Cebu, Manticao, Legazpi, everywhere we have groups watching together. So it's not only the registration, we can see here groups are online and watching together, watching through television. Amazing. These are youth leaders that are watching our event. So they sent a selfie of themselves while watching our Rally of Hope Philippines. Amazing. Most of this are SK officers, SK Federation officers. We have groups also live viewing in different areas, basketball courts, barangay hall, churches. Amazing. Classrooms. Where's this? Government office. Wow. They are watching together the Rally of Hope. And the third miracle, brothers and sisters, before the event, I'm sure that when we look back, what have we done? Like 1 month before the event, 3 weeks before the event, 2 weeks, 1 week before the event, days before the event. Every time I hear the report from our regional leaders, from all our staff and mobilization coordinators, amazing breakthroughs everywhere. Everybody's opening their doors, mayors, governors, congressmen, principals, school owners, religious leaders, private organizations everywhere. So this is National Capital Region. So I'll just go and show this very quickly. But this is our offering, brothers and sisters. This is Region 1, Region 2, Cordillera, CAR, Region 3, Region 4A. Kaunti lang yan, mga representative pictures lang yung pinapakita ko, but there are a lot, like every day something good is happening everywhere. Region 4B, Region 5, Region 6, Region 7, Region 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, Caraga. Our youth mobilization, amazing. We have never done this probably in the history of our Philippine movement. We have some events, big events before. when we did the Araneta Coliseum blessing, when we did the Marikina Sports Complex blessing, when we have events in Manila. But most of it are just concentrated in the Metro Manila areas and the neighboring provinces. But this one, I can see everywhere. No? This is amazing mobilization, reaching out to all our VIPs. It's the best time to follow up. Many of our leaders and elders, blessed families, Chonbo families are starting to think, sino pa ang pwede naming lapitan? Sino pa ang pwede naming puntahan? So they started listing down all their contacts before, their relatives, their friends. And then this is the result, the expansion of our foundation everywhere in our nation. This is amazing. These are youth leaders promotional videos. And then the fourth one, brothers and sisters, it's not only the event, but we can see here, because we can make big events, no doubt about that. We have done big events before. But this time we can see substantial results through actual partnerships and MOUs with government and other sectors of the society nationwide. You can see there, schools and universities. These are actual partnerships. That means there is may kasulatan talaga. No? They have endorsements, and they have like memorandum, they have circulars, and they have given it to their members, circulated it to their constituents. Local governments, like we have provinces, we have cities, municipalities, and barangays who have become officially our partners. The biggest one is the youth organizations. Yesterday, they have their appreciation meeting in order to recognize all the youth partners. So it was amazing. All the SKs, around 45 youth organizations, including the National Youth Commission. We have national government agencies, 9, religious groups, 10, media partners, 10, business partners, 6, not including the sponsors and the others, around 136 substantial results through partnerships. Palakpakan natin yung mga PR natin, yung mga many of our regional leaders who have reached out to many of these institutions. These are some of just the representative logos. I cannot put all the logos, otherwise hindi na natin gaano makita. No? Partner, national government agencies and civil societies. These are partner provinces, cities, and municipalities. You can see there, halapin ninyo. O kasama ba dyan yung barangay, ay yung namin, probinsya namin, yung municipality namin. You can see. And also, partner religious organizations, religious groups have also become part of our Rally of Hope. This is the endorsement from DILD, national. If you can read there, brothers and sisters, nakalagay dyan, all provincial governors, city and municipal mayors, punong barangay members of the Sangguniang at all levels, Sangguniang Kabataan officials, local youth development officers, DILG, regional directors and field officers, BARM, Minister of the Interiors and Local Government, and others concerned. So this is a memo in order to invite everyone to become part of the 1 million Rally of Hope Philippines. Wow, amazing. This is DILG endorsement. Amazingly, brothers and sisters, you can see there the date, February 8. Tapos na yung event natin. So I know it's still okay. This is usable, and we can still reach out to many of our partners. And this is the official memo circular from the DILG. The SWD also, Secretary Bautista, after a lot of talking and discussion with them, doing a lot of PR with the SWD, finally we can get also the endorsement from the Secretary of the SWD for Rally of Hope Philippines. So these are too small for you to see, but these are all written endorsements and partnerships and MOU of our event, Rally of Hope. Ang kagandahan nito, hindi lang siya endorsement for the event. Many of these are actually partnership. That means they will engage with us not only in the Rally of Hope event, but even after the event, what we can do together, what we can work together, our organization and their organization. And brothers and sisters, these are substantial results. You can see here. All amazing. Meetings after meetings after meetings everywhere, meeting different VIPs, And what I love about this, brothers and sisters, it's nationwide. It's happening. Like every day we will monitor, oh, something's happening in this region, another region, or another region. This is really amazing, brothers and sisters. This is with some of like national commission, youth commission, the military, and many others. You can see yourself there. And then promoting our true parents, our true mother everywhere, carrying the posters, the flyers everywhere. So this is unprecedented. It's like, tsunami, stronger than any typhoon that came to the Philippines. This is widespread typhoon of Rally of Hope. Number 5, the message of support and recognition from our Philippine President, His Excellency Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Many of us were praying he will deliver his video message. Until last minute, we were trying to reach out, and even the Office of the Presidential Communications Operations Office were doing their best. Kumbaga, ibinibigay na sa kanya yung babasahin. But it's not easy because of all the protocols. They cannot just have somebody or him read his message. So what is good about this, brothers and sisters, is that immediately, like after we send the letter to the Office of the President, 2 weeks later, immediately, we receive this message of support from the President. Sabi doon, I commend UPF for uniting our people from various faiths into a common platform for prayer and reflection. It is imperative for leaders and citizens alike to work together in order to build a strong and empowered global community that upholds the best interests of the future generation. Tapos sabi rin doon, sabi ni President, thank you for raising awareness on pressing environmental and health issues concerning our communities, especially now that we are overcoming the challenges brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. Let me also extend my appreciation for your efforts in helping our people who were severely affected by recent natural calamities. So as the representative of the government of our nation, recognizing our work, the works of our true parents, this is providential and very important. Number 6, we have also very wonderful speakers, high-level speakers in the Philippines and the international. Dr. Kittle read our True Mother's speech and message. President Hori also gave wonderful message. And we have the Prime Minister, former Prime Minister of Fiji, who also delivered a very beautiful message during the Rally of Hope, and the current Speaker of the House of Assembly of Kiribati, and of course, our Speaker, Jose de Venecia. And also, aside from them, we also heard messages from the current Speaker of the House of Representatives from the Philippines, also from Senator Bongo, also from Senator Ramon Revilla Jr., and also a message from the Secretary of PCOO, Martin Andanar. So beautiful. So these are some of the excerpts of the speech. President Hori said, our founder, Mother Moon, is from Korea, and her representative speaker today, Dr. Robert Kittle, is an American. And then he said, I am the initiator and the chairman of the organizing committee of this event, but I am a Japanese. Although I am a foreigner, I love the Philippines and organize this event with the Filipino people to help the Philippines. So gusto niyang i-highlight that the Philippines, sabi niya doon, the Philippines is not a lonely nation, but it is truly a nation that is well loved by the world and loves the world. Amazing content. This is the former Prime Minister of Fiji. Sabi niya, we thank the founder of the Universal Peace Federation, Mother Moon, for her encouragement, her dedication, her commitment to peace, stability, and the development of the less fortunate in the world. We thank Mother Moon and her organization. And then he shared about True Mother also helping Fiji. Fiji also encountered a big typhoon, cyclone, category 5. Maraming nasira din, particularly schools. And immediately True Mother sent her support for the nation of Fiji. Amazing True Mother. The Speaker of the House of Assembly of Kiribati also said, I want to commend Mother Moon for her consistent work an amazing investment over decades to bring the world together. Mother Moon gives us hope. So this rally is well named the Rally of Hope. We wish Mother Moon good health and great success in realizing her dream of the peaceful reunification of her homeland, the Korean Peninsula, and indeed peace in the world. So these are all amazing contents. I'll just go over this. This is from current speaker, Lord Alan Velasco, from Senator Bongo, and also from Secretary Martin Andanar. At the end, he said, through this effort by the Universal Peace Federation Philippines, we are able to interact and send a message to the world that we are united in creating change and solving the problems we face today for the future generations to come. Wonderful speeches and wonderful speakers. Number 7, we have world-class performances. I have said this before. Sabi nga nila, they may not be the most famous celebrities in the Philippines, but definitely they are world-class performers. I receive a lot of comments from some of our leaders from other countries, and then they said, wow, really the Filipinos are very talented. We have great talents in the Philippines. So for example, Jed Madela is a 2-time world competition of performing arts. So they are winners in international level. Jerfil Flores, a soprano, and then she sang very beautiful, I Believe, right? She's also famous, and she was a finalist in the Asia's Got Talent. Fourth Impact, of course, many of you know, they have been well known in our movement as the Cercado Sisters. They have performed in our events before, and then now again they perform in the Rally of Hope. They're also very famous now. Their name also changed. They are now called Fourth Impact. The Philippine Meister Singers, in the beginning, I don't know them, but when I heard their song, immediately I felt dapat sila yung kakanta sa program natin. The Philippine Meister Singers are 2011 Choir of the World champion. They are grand champion in a choir competition worldwide in 2011. So this is amazing, the Philippine Meister Singers. And of course, we have the Rio Brothers. You know the story of the Rio Brothers? They became famous after Typhoon Yolanda. So they came from Leyte, and then they were grouped together as a band. Then they performed for benefit concert in America, in other places around the world in order to raise funds for the victims of Typhoon Yolanda. So they're phenomenal, Rio Brothers. And of course, this dance group, Balik Tanaw, they are champion of World Dance Philippines. And they will represent the Philippines in the World Dance Competition. Number 8, true love in action is true mother's love in action. So the best testimony about the Rally of Hope is that we are showing to the world an example of total giving. So what is true love? Living for the sake of others. So that means we are not just preaching, we are showing what True Mother is already doing. So when we reach out to many of our communities, when we do relief operations, and then we could see there, everybody is so grateful. They want to really, like something like, it's not just because of the things that we are giving to them, but the genuine love as representatives of our true parents, as representatives of our true mother, and then we come to their community. That is great blessing that we are bringing to these typhoon-affected communities. And the True Mother also donated to the Philippine government through the Department of Social Welfare and Development. True Mother donated $40,000. And then, when the SWD learned about this, suddenly they have to pay attention to UPF. They have to pay attention to the Rally of Hope Philippines. And they have sent their representative to come to our headquarters. And then he is actually the chief of the Disaster Management Response Bureau under the DSWD. And he was so happy when he learned what we are doing. He said, I will invite you to my office. Please come. We have many things to discuss. We have many things to work together. So we will follow up also with the SWD. So this is amazing. And not only that, we have used the Rally of Hope as a platform to let other people also contribute. So that's why we launched the online donation campaign. Actually, this is what Dr. Yoon and True Mother also recognize. Like, wow, through this rally of hope, we become like a catalyst, so that people will start thinking, yeah, why not? I can help. No, I can send help also. So it is, this is like a mainstream activity in order to support, not only to support the typhoon affected families, but to give chance for other people to take ownership of this vision of our True Mother, the True Love in Action vision of our True Mother. This is amazing result of Rally of Hope. Number 9, we have the active involvement of the religious sector in the Philippines, connecting the event to the celebration of the World Interfaith Harmony Week. So I really appreciate Bishop Soria and all the other PR leaders who really have worked hard, regional leaders, in order to reach out to religious groups, religious leaders. So nagkaroon tayo ng mga bagong kaibigan ng mga ibang religious organizations because of this. Because, we are talking about healing, we are talking about praying. So this is the role, this is the calling of the religious people, particularly the religious leaders. That's why the involvement of the religious leaders was very paramount for the success of the Rally of Hope in the Philippines. So you saw a very beautiful, the Water of Harmony ceremony, the universal prayer. So this picture here is showing the event in one interfaith place in Mother Piat, owned, and this was a project of a Catholic priest, Roman Catholic priest. Then we went there, our representatives, Kuya LA, Bishop Soria, we have the signing of the resolution, and then we gave out the True Mother's autobiography. So this is amazing. Number 10, the involvement of the youth. As I have said, the most number of registration came from the youth sector. Palakpakan pa natin yung ating mga youth leaders, YSP, and all the other youth organizations that we have. So through this segment of the Rally of Hope, Synergy, we could highlight this brand program of YSP. So through this speech competition, we are telling them that young people can do something positive to their community. So Rica Marfil, the winner of Asia Pacific competition from the Philippines, from Bicol, siya yung nanalo sa Asia Pacific competition, and she will represent Asia Pacific region in the world competition. So she came to our headquarters together with her mother, and then we met her and met her mother. So anyway, it's a very beautiful segment showcasing our YSP, the vision of our True Mother for the young people. Amazing. Number 11, this is also, as also mentioned in the Peace TV report, the Billion Tree Planting Project. It's a concept that came out because of the massive flooding, particularly in Cagayan Valley region, right? After Typhoon Ulysses. So many of the towns and municipalities in Isabela, in Cagayan, suffered. One of them is this municipality of Bagao. And the mayor of Bagao, municipality of Bagao, is our blessed family. She joined our Asian Leadership Conference. And then after that, they received the blessing, and then they finished 3-day ceremony as a blessed family. Now they want to help and support us more. So in this Rally of Hope, we have chosen this municipality as our recipient. But this will not end here. We will work more with DNR and with other LGUs in order to continue this vision. Because this is the calling, this is the vision of our True Mother, to have concern for the preservation of the environment for the sake of the future. So we are doing substantially what True Mother is saying. Aju? So we are using this as a platform to reach out to the government, but at the same time, this is actually testifying about True Mother. So this is a great blessing opportunity for us through the Rally of Hope in the Philippines. Number 12 is the call to action, the Rally of Hope Philippines resolution. Ang sabi doon, in our resolution, this is like show of support. Not only show of support, but this is a commitment from all the participants, all our partners in the Rally of Hope Philippines. Sabi doon, on this auspicious occasion of the Rally of Hope Philippines, with the theme 1 million people praying for the healing of the nation and the world and taking to heart the words of Philippine President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, who counseled this gathering, saying, "It is imperative for leaders and citizens alike to work together in order to build a strong and empowered global community that upholds the best interests of the future generation." We, the participants of this historical gathering, call for leaders in all sectors of society to protect, defend, and promote the moral integrity of generations to come by creating a culture of interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universal values. And so we have reached out to many organizations and signified their support for this Rally of Hope through signing this resolution. Number 13, substantial result, the wide media coverage of our ROH Philippines, including live broadcast from the national government TV station PTV4. So not only live broadcast in the television, they also live stream in PTV4 official Facebook page. So this is really amazing. Now, you know, it's not easy to have a live event with TV stations, but we could do it with the flagship government TV stations, PTV4. And also, aside from that, we have wide media coverage. You know, for example, the PCOO, the Presidential Communications Operation Office, they have the Youth for Truth program, and then they featured UPF, YSP, and our event Rally of Hope. So they even came to our headquarters, and then they shoot there, and then based on that, they had a program to promote our organizations and the Rally of Hope. And we have many others. We have cable TV stations like CMD in Cagayan and Isabela. We have Bohol Island, cable TV. You know, we didn't pay. You know, this is part of their support for the Rally of Hope. Of course, we can have a lot of wide media coverage if we pay, but most of this are actually given so that, because they believe in the advocacy of the Rally of Hope. DZRH, one of our major partners, RP1, Radio Pilipinas, a government radio station, including the Armed Forces Radio, DWDD, they have fully supported our Rally of Hope Philippines, and many other local, provincial, regional channels, radio stations have promoted our event. So thank you very much to all our leaders, brothers and sisters who have reached out to this media because the world has to know, the nation have to know that something good is about to happen, and that is the Rally of Hope. We also have wide media publicity through online and print news outlets. Before the event, we have 30 articles that came out, both online and print outs in Manila Bulletin, Business Mirror, and all others. You know, you can see there the list like Business Mirror, Manila Bulletin, Freeman, Manila Times, Daily Tribune, Business World, Manila Standard, Malaya, Philippine Star, and many others. And after the event also, there's also coverage and news that came out after our event. So Manila Bulletin, Inquirer, Philippine Star, Tempo, Manila Standard, Manila Times, Business World. So all of this came out after the event. Number 15, we have substantial result in the online and digital platform through social media. So we can reach out to thousands and thousands of Filipino people and also people around the world. So our Facebook page, you know, not only our official Facebook page, some of our organizations, our organization official Facebook page were also promoted very well because of the Rally of Hope Philippines. For example, our FFWPU Facebook page, suddenly the number of new guests and new likes and new impressions suddenly jump up because of Rally of Hope Philippines. Ganun din sa UPF and many of our other organizations. So you can see there 512,000 reach and 981,000 impressions for the posters and video promotions in Facebook. You can see. And 390,000 connected live online during the event via live streaming. Iba pa yung mga nanonood ng television. Ito lang yung mga nag-connect live during the event. Some of them watch later, pero ito yung while the program is ongoing, we have 390,000 connections during the event. So these are substantial results when it comes to online and digital platform. This is the vision of our True Mother. Sabi ni True Mother, this is now the era of 1 second, reaching out to thousands and millions of people in just a second. So this is the result also of our Rally of Hope in the Philippines. This is also amazing breakthrough in terms of donations, brothers and sisters. And I really offer my sincerity and my appreciation to everyone. Lahat nag-contribute. Whether big or small, everybody worked together. So you can see there, our budget is around 93,000 plus the donation to the SWD. So we have 133,000. In the beginning, we were worried, our national leader, Kuya LA, we were worried like where to get the funds. Now we have to start mobilizing. We have to start printing posters. We have to start, giving down payments to some of our suppliers, but we don't have money. But suddenly, in just few days, in just few weeks, many of our brothers and sisters came out and started opening their wallet, opening their heart. No? And then, wow, we were so overwhelmed. The support from our brothers and sisters in Japan, our PhilJap commando members, our IFACOR, our Hanfil sisters, they really met together, discussed how they can help the Providence in the Philippines. Our Filipino brothers and sisters in America through the FICA, also they have meeting several times, and also they discuss, we want to collect more, we want to offer more. So that kind of spirit came out. Now this is, like bayanihan spirit of the Filipinos came out because of this Rally of Hope. So you can see there, meron pa tayong sobra kaunti, no? Because we could reach 154,000, including the support from IHQ, and our budget is around 133. So we can even use some of this for our follow-up programs later on. Amazing, brothers and sisters. Palakpakan natin lahat ng brothers and sisters who really work hard. Breakthrough in donations. We also have sponsors. We could get free promotions, and also some of them, of course, paid cash. So these are all part of the hard work of many of our staff and brothers and sisters. These are free LEDs. Dr. Kittle said we should not use free. They are sacrificing. Yeah, this is really sacrifice. If they treat us as a customer, we will pay. But we are their partners. They become part of us. They felt like this is our own. This is our event. So that's why many of them offered their LED screens in the municipality, in their areas, and then we could use and promote our event. Are you still okay, brothers and sisters? I would like to go now with the conclusion. Now we have already 2 weeks passed after the Rally of Hope event in the Philippines. What should be our proper attitude in making the offering? Because this is very important. The role of the central figure in making the offering is very important for it to be acceptable. Isn't it that Cain also made offering? It's not only Abel who made the offering. However, only one of the 2 offerings made by Cain and Abel was accepted. So that's why our position now, brothers and sisters, we are the central figures, not only the leaders, but all of us together, collectively, we are like the central figures offering this to our heavenly parents, to our true parents. So we need to check our attitude in making this offering. I would like to share from the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. Therefore, I urge you, brethren, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies a living and holy sacrifice acceptable to God, which is your spiritual service of worship. I would like to highlight, by the mercies of God, present your bodies as a living and holy sacrifice acceptable to God, your spiritual service of worship. Based on these 4, I would like to share the summary. What are the good conditions needed and necessary in making an offering to God. Number one, we could make offering based on God's amazing grace, by God's mercy. Secondly, we present our bodies as holy and living sacrifice. Third, it should be acceptable to God. It talks about separation from evil. And number four, our attitude of attendance based on absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. So number one, we could make offering because of God's amazing grace. So brothers and sisters, we need to always check our motivation. Our motivation in making the Rally of Hope Philippines as our offering should be motivated by our hyojong, by our filial love to our heavenly parents and true parents. So our motivation is to return love to our heavenly parent and true parents. So we don't offer this like, we have accomplished this, we are victorious, and then we don't offer because we wanted to receive love. We have to check. We are offering this because we want to return love to our heavenly parent and true parents. Before we can offer the offering, already we receive so much. Isn't it? Isn't it? True Mother already gave so much to the Filipino people, giving, this relief operations after the typhoons. We already received so much from our true parents. So this is our desire to return something to our heavenly parents and true parents. Also, our motivation is crucial in everything we do. That's why our motive for sacrificing for the providence must always align with God's wish. What is True Mother's expectation? I know many of you were a little bit, shall we say, discouraged because True Mother did not appear live in our event or did not give live, deliver her speech for the Rally of Hope Philippines. But please, let us correct that attitude, brothers and sisters. Our motivation is crucial in everything we do. That's why our motive for sacrificing for the providence must always align with God's wish. What we sacrifice is important, but even more important is why we sacrifice. I would like to repeat that. What we sacrifice is important, but even more important is why we sacrifice. I know many of you have sleepless nights. Some of you have to brave your way. Kahit may COVID, no? You don't mind, okay, we will just go and meet people, meet this mayor, meet this governor, meet this religious leader. You were not afraid because our motivation is to make our heavenly parents and true parents happy. So it's not for us to be recognized. So we have to keep that purity of our motivation, brothers and sisters. And also, we are eternally grateful to our heavenly parent and true parents. Our portion of responsibility, brothers and sisters, is so small compared to our heavenly parents and true parents' portion of responsibility. So that's why even though it looks like, wow, amazing, we have accomplished great things, but still we have to maintain repentful heart. We could have done more. So we have to offer with a repentful heart. I really love the tradition of the Korean tradition of filial piety. That even though you have accomplished something, actually I learned this from Dr. Yong before. He said, when we make report to True Mother, when I make report to True Mother, even though it looks like we have accomplished many things, okay, we write down all these things we have done, we have accomplished, but at the end, what he will write? Your unfilial son. And then he writes his name. So for us, maybe we could not understand why unfilial. You already did many things. But that is the heart of filial children, like always lacking, not enough. So we have to offer this with a repentful heart. Secondly, we present our bodies as holy and living sacrifice. True Father said, God feels the pain of humanity as his own and rejoices in the happiness of each human being as his own. Therefore, one who takes the position of a sacrificial offering in front of God should maintain a heart that brings joy to both God and humanity. Then, so that God and humanity can stand in the plus position, that is the position to benefit. We who are attuned to that purpose need to stand willingly in the minus position, becoming the sacrifice. Heavenly fortune always comes from high to low. If we empty ourselves, no expectations, zero position, then God can come down. God can pour out his blessings. Aju, number 3, it should be acceptable to God. You still remember the story of Abraham offering the 3 kinds of animals? And then what happened was he cut the heifer into 2. He could cut also the ram and the goat into 2. But he forgot to cut the dove and the pigeons. So there was a problem of separation from evil. So when we make offering, brothers and sisters, we also have to be mindful how we can separate from evil. So these are just some important points. How to check. It's like checkpoints to separate from evil. Goodness doesn't begin big, but becomes bigger later on. But evil is different. It begins big, then becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. So when I think about this, brothers and sisters, our rally of hope should not just be like a firework or firecrackers, like wow, and then after that, finish. Everybody's tired. Everybody don't want to do mission anymore. Oh, finished already. We did already rally of hope. It should not be like that. Otherwise, our offering will be invaded. Aju? So goodness is the Alpha and Omega. That means goodness never changes. Our motivation from beginning to end should never change. So if we started this year very well because of the Rally of Hope Philippines, then we have to finish this year with greater victories and greater results. Aju? And evil is always changing. The beginning and end of evil is different. So that is why our motivation for Rally of Hope Philippines to expand our Heavenly Parents Holy Community, make great foundation for the providence of our true parents substantially. So we have to do that. It doesn't end with our February 6th online event. There are still many things that we have to do. Anyway, alam nyo na that the price of hard work is more hard work. And lastly, number 4, the attitude of attendance based on absolute faith, love, and obedience. True Father said, today you should not strive to satisfy your own desires, but rather must lead lives of faith and sacrifice in serving a higher purpose. You should advance to the position of God's true children who can comfort the broken heart of God who has gone through hardships on this day. We have to attend our true parents who is longing for his children. So that's why through this Rally of Hope Philippines, we need to expand more Chonbo families, expand more blessed families. We have to have many HTM members receive the blessing. We have to multiply our membership. We have to educate many of our VIPs. This should be our motivation. So attitude of attendance is not a one-time event. Attendance means 24 hours, 7 days a week, the whole month, the whole year, all days of our lives, we need to attend our Heavenly Parents. So we cannot relax, brothers and sisters. More work ahead. More works ahead. So the Rally of Hope Philippines is just like sowing seeds. Aju? It's like planting seeds everywhere, whether in the religious, HTM, to our members, local government, national government, youth, media, academe, ambassadors for peace, women, everywhere, all sectors of society, we started to plant and sow seeds. So what will happen after that? Do we just leave it after we plant or sow the seeds? Then we just go out, we just let it grow by itself. So brothers and sisters, the Rally of Hope Philippines, through this foundation, it needs to take root. It needs to be nurtured and bear fruits for Vision 2027. Aju? Aju. So that is why I'm so happy. A few days ago, we have a partnership meeting with the National Youth Commission. Wow, our IAYSP is doing very well because of that MOU with the National Youth Commission. Now, at this time, the National Youth Commission, like representing the government, representing the Cane Realm Youth Organization, is now coming to our able youth organization, YSP. So they come to our headquarters. For what? You know, in the beginning, I was worried because they came in order to listen to our proposals, to our project proposals. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe they will not support, or maybe some of these projects they will not be inspired to support. However, brothers and sisters, after the meeting, amazing thing happened. Even the Commissioner Cardema, the Commissioner at Large of National Youth Commission, he said, YSP is the model youth organization in the Philippines. He said, I have never seen an organization, youth organization like this. And so they will give their full support. They were so excited with all our programs. I'm sure some of you already have learned about the programs that we have proposed: Pure Love, Character Education, including, you know, the Peace Designers Training, the Billion Tree Planting Project, and Victory Over Communism Project. They were so amazed. So now they are ready to work together with us in order to raise patriotic youth for nation building. So this is just the start. We need to bear fruit also in HTM area. More blessed families, more Chonbo families. No, we have to bear fruit also in the religious sector, in the academe, you know, with the local government, the mayors, governors, barangay captains, and also the national government agencies. This is amazing. Ang dami po nating gagawin, mga brothers and sisters. So please continue praying and let's move forward based on this. I would like to end with this. True Mother said, I believe that you have all resolved to not be leaders who make Heavenly Parent and true parents wait any longer. Can I trust you? Can I trust that you will not simply make the determination to fulfill your responsibility, but that you will show actual results? The coming of that day must not be delayed. The more you progress, the better. Please prepare for a festival of the stars that God can truly celebrate. This was given in January 25, this year, 2021. So we have to bring actual results. Determination is very good to fulfill our responsibility. But Mother said, okay na, alam ko na yan. Alam ko, determine kayo. But please show actual results. So with this, brothers and sisters, I would like to conclude. Thank you for gathering together and listening. And let's offer this great victory together of the Rally of Hope Philippines with a grateful heart, with a filial heart. Thank you very much, true parents. Kamsahamnida. I would like to offer a prayer. Please join me in prayer, brothers and sisters. Sarangasinan, hanal pumunim, chonjin champumunim. Loving Heavenly Parents and true parents, we have welcomed this new year, the 9th year of Chonelguk, with the offering of all our precious brothers and sisters. This is the time that we need to bring substantial victories, substantial results. Already our beloved true mother have laid all the conditions so that we can all move forward in the second 7-year cosmic Canaan course to bring victory in the year 2027. We have seen the great potential of what we can do when we unite together, centering on our victorious true parents. As true mother said, when you unite with me, then you will bring miracles. We have seen miracles after miracles after miracles. Loving Heavenly Parents, may you empower all of us, all our leaders, all our brothers and sisters, Chonbo families, our HTM members, let us all come together and unite and believe that this is truly a different time, that we can claim victory, that the foundation of our true parents can go mainstream so that the Cain realm can recognize and work together with the Abel realm. This is the community that you want to expand, the Heavenly Parents' holy community. We pray that you can empower all of us from this time as we make this offering together. We need to work harder. We need to have the vision and the clarity in our minds that we are doing this not for our sake, not for our own purpose, but because we want to reciprocate the love that we have received from you and from our true parents. May you bless all our families who have joined us, our brothers and sisters, and may we all together bring the greatest results that we can offer together to our Heavenly Parents and true parents. Thank you so much. We offer this prayer together, and I report in the name of Julius and Ayako Malekdam, Blessed Central Family, Aju. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kuya Julius, for that very amazing and very inspiring message. We are truly inspired for that. And for that, let us give a very warm virtual applause to our dear Dr. Julius Malikdem. Thank you so much, Kuya Julius. So at this moment, let us have our offertory song. That is song number 10, My Offering. And now for our operatory prayer, let us listen to Miss Imelda C. Arnold.
Okay, brothers and sisters, let us pray. Please bow down our heads and feel the presence of the Divine Spirit. Our dearest Heavenly Parent of heaven and earth and humankind, we are truly grateful for having us all in today's significant virtual Sunday service. We are really elated that in the middle of trials and challenges that we are experiencing because of COVID-19 and other very devastating calamities, you still let us do ways on how your sons and daughters be connected and continue to advance God's providence. We do believe, Heavenly Father, that for as long as we keep that faith within us, the idea of uniting together to pursue heaven and God's desire by doing our best, then we could be able to do significant moves to restore your people. We are so grateful for the precious words and message of our true parents through our very able and beloved speaker and other brothers and sisters who participated in today's Sunday service. May all this will serve as our strength and guide in facing another challenges that we may have for this week and ahead. Heavenly Father, we pray that you may generously continue to guide us all, especially our true mother, our world leaders throughout the world, so that we, the members, will all be guided and do what are expected of us to do. Please bless and accept also our humble offering from brothers and sisters for the advancement of your providence of restoration. All this I report in thy precious names and in my name, Imelda C. Anog, Central Blessed Family, Aju.
Aju. Aju. So at this point, let's have our unison. And for our recessional song, let us sing song number 35, The Day of or Day of Glory. Camera, tinitingnan ko din yung kopya ko. So that ends our virtual Sunday service. Thank you so much for joining, brothers and sisters, for this Sunday service, and may you have a safe and happy Sunday. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. God bless.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. Have a great day. Take care. Hi, Dr. Kito. Hello.
From Palawan.
Hi, Miss Kito.
Happy Sunday!
Thank you. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Thank you, Kuya Julius.
Yeah, thank you, Amy. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Dexter, thank you.
We will now be
Thank you
closing.
very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.